Since our arrival in the prefecture of Robe, we knew we could not concentrate our missionary efforts just in the city of Robe, where we reside. We were not sure what this would mean, but we were certain that we had to be willing to move. A little over a year ago, around Robe bus station, we noticed a parade of people. It was evident that they were coming from another area. We approached them, asked for information, and found that they were coming from the eastern part of Bale region to escape drought and famine that had affected the East Bale area for several years already. So we decided, between us missionaries, to go and learn about this situation firsthand and see what was happening in this area. Missionaries, by definition, are those who, once sent, they go. There is not so much to think about. There is a going that is part of us. There is always a beyond that awaits us. In fact, the shape of a prefecture, like the apostolic prefecture of Robe, is not the house, it is not the building, but the tent, precisely to ensure its mobility. Mobility is the ordinary activity, especially if in vast territories like our prefecture, more than 100,000 square kilometers square, there are not so many churches. I mean, if missionaries don't go, who does? Mobility implies opting to offer small signs of the gospel without committing ourselves to big projects that would require us to have some stability. It is therefore a matter of making a choice. For example, for our street children, after a long discernment, we decided not to build a foster home that would require us to stay to offer a presence. Instead, we choose to offer minor services that also allow us to be away from Robe, because going is important to us and we cannot put it off until tomorrow. Mobility is part of our missionary being. Robe is the regional capital of the West Bale. The East Bale locations, where we have gone several times now, are between 6 to 7 hours by car, far from Robe. During the early explorations, we carried necessities in small quantities. We also felt a bit ridiculous. We didn't have big budgets to spare. We always wondered if, in addition to the opportunity to offer these very small signs of sharing, the Holy Spirit would offer us more compelling signs to motivate our presence in the East Bale. Right away, we got in touch with the public offices, especially the Women and Child Office. The head of Sawina Province Office, one of the areas most affected by drought for 6 to 7 years now, asked us for help in awareness about harmful traditional practices against women, girls, and young girls, such as female genital mutilation and early marriage. In this experience, the link between evangelization and integral human development becomes evident to us. We have no doubts. The mystery of the Incarnation suggests to us that anything that offends the dignity of the human person certainly offends the flesh of Christ. Therefore, defending the value and dignity of the human person, especially the most vulnerable, which are in this case the girls, the young girls, the women, is certainly proclamation of the good news of the gospel. Mobility requires us to set our service in an agile way, to orient ourselves following the signs of the Spirit, who only gradually shows us where to go, as in chapter 16 of the Acts of the Apostles, where Paul and Silas's journey is hijacked by the Holy Spirit twice, until Paul in a dream sees a Macedonian who says to him, "Come to us also." By that time begins the adventure of the gospel in Europe begins, a land hitherto unknown to evangelization.